Hello everybody, this is the Gruesome Box coming at you with a 550 cost quick match here in the Engage Gundam Incom Type. Not to be confused with the Engage Zero Incom Equip type, that is the Titans colored one. This is the Engage Gundam variant that we got recently as part of a special banner, very similar to how they released the Dozel Zaku, where you do the different step-ups and you get a different level of that mobile suit. That means that the Engage Gundam Incom Type here starts off at 550 at level 1, which is the version I'm using for this match, and it goes all the way up to 700 at level 4. So yeah, this suit is really able to go up with the rest of the big boy suits. But hey, despite that, it seems like it's actually able to play fairly well at a higher cost from what I've seen. And the general consensus around this suit as well does seem really positive. A lot of people seem to think that this suit is good, so I mean that's a pretty good sign there. There are some things from my experience using the suit that I'll probably get into, since I really haven't had, I feel like, the same experience that a lot of other players have had when it came to using this suit. But the suit, I mean, even despite that, I will say the suit overall is still pretty good in the right situations. This match here, being in a very closed-in map, really, I think, helped this suit a lot. I think that's where this suit really plays the best, especially since you have so many versions of incoms you can use. It's very easy to lock onto targets behind walls and just try to do some damage to them without necessarily risking yourself, so that is one of the strengths of the suit here. But the Engage Gundam Incom Type here is a support mobile suit, but even for support, you do get some pretty decent strengths. You have an instant stun, beam rifle, and a pretty decent melee with the suit. The beam saber is the same beam saber that the Engage Gundam booster uses. Same with the beam rifle, they share their primaries with each other. But even on this suit, I do feel like the beam saber in particular, if the downswing does some really good damage, so that's one really good strength I'll give it. The Vulcans also pretty decent. They do pretty standard Vulcan things, and from what I've experienced, have pretty decent stun accumulation. You do have the rear beam cannons, which you have to focus to fire them, but you can move while focusing, and they heavy stagger, so really good there. You also have the Mega Particle Cannon ×2. That's your wireless incoms when they are still attached to you. I really like to use these as a follow-up weapon after I get a downswing on somebody, because if you get the full burst, well, not only does the full burst actually allow you to get an accumulation stun, but it also just does really good damage. So that's another, good strength there. This instance, I'm just going straight for the melee again, so I can try to boost off, but next up are the three incoms that I mentioned. You do have the wireless Mega Particle Cannon. You also have the wireless Mega Particle Cannon ×2 Saber. This one kind of operates like not the Dovin Wolf, but the Silver Bullets Saber. It'd be kind of crazy if the Dovin Wolf had the arm beam saber gimmick that the Silver Bullet had, but no, kind of like the Silver Bullet Saber in a way. And then you also have the Incom Beam Cannon. Those are the circular incoms on the back. And since those are separate from your wireless cannons, you can fire them separately. And also, since both of these incoms are not attached to the hands, you can still use your primary weapons without any issue. So there are some pretty good benefits with the way that this suit is structured. And the only, I guess, 3 skills I'll get into here. You do have Overload, thrust-based fire cooling system, and then for the level 3 and 4 versions of the mobile suit, you have Pursuit Range Aux program. Level 3 gets the level 1 version, and level 4 gets the level 2 version. So you do get some pretty good skills. Mainly because of time, I won't get into all the skills that this suit has, but those really are the main standout ones, I think. But with the Engage Gundam Incom Type here, yeah, this is a suit that I've kind of been hesitating to talk about, really, because, well, the first thing is because since it's already been some time, I'm sure most of you who are watching this have probably heard quite a bit about this suit. I also talked about it a little on stream, so the stream when this suit initially came out, kind of gave some thoughts on it as well, unless that stream had an issue. Fairly hard to tell, because a lot of the streams recently have had problems. But this is a suit that I at least tried to cover and kind of gave my base thoughts on. But the other thing too is just that this is kind of a suit that I've been kind of struggling to use, honestly. I do think a part of it has been the maps that I have gotten this suit on, because the first maps I tried it on was military base, and military base does not feel like a good map for this suit. The main thing being is that you're not really built like a traditional support where you have, like a main ranged weapon to work with. The weapon that has, I think, the most range on this suit is going to be those rear beam cannons. And the mega particle cannons also have some really good range, but the back cannons, those are going to be your main range weapon. The only issue is you have to focus fire them, and when you fire it, it uses it instantly. So the only option you would have is to use your overload in order to kind of alleviate this. So that is kind of a thing there. So more closed-in maps, as I mentioned, is a bit better. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, closed-in maps like where I am now, a lot better for this suit. Another thing too that I think for me is that having the 550 version specifically, I think I've seen the suit more at its higher cost than 550, and I think there's a really good reason for that. That's just because 550 just has a lot of really good suits already. The main one being the Generator Saikumo test type, which we actually have one on our team, and I believe the enemy team has one as well, but I think that's a suit that needs no introduction. It is a very common raid at 550, and it has really good range-based raid, so it is a pretty clear counter to the Engage Gundam Incom Type here, which, like I said, really doesn't have a whole lot of long-range options. So it's very easy for the Generator Saikumo test type to really keep up with the suit if it gets close, because really all it takes at that point is for them to hit you with a few range weapons and go for melee, and you're pretty much done. So, yeah, but at the higher cost, since there's no level 2 Saikumo Doga yet, that really isn't an issue. Not saying that there probably aren't other suits that can counter this, but like I said, I feel like I've seen this suit way more at the higher costs than I have at its native cost. Primarily 600. I think I've seen this suit at 600 a lot with the level 2, and occasionally 650 as well. I've stumbled upon some. But yeah, that's pretty much most of what I have to say on the more negative experience I've had with the suit. Other than that, I still think it is a pretty good support. And again, it really just feels more up to circumstance, depending on, the map and the teams, so, and the cost as well, as I mentioned, but, hey, it's gonna be timeout mission over, so let's see how we did real quick before I wrap up the video. Did get a mission complete, and did get top in damage, looks like top in damage for the whole, match, actually. And third place with 4 kills and 3 loss, not too shabby. I think on stream I got some better matches than this one, but outside of stream, that was like the best match that I got using this suit. So yeah, definitely not close to what I have seen other players get with this. Like, I've seen matches where players have gotten some really crazy win stats. So yeah, I'm probably not doing the suit justice with that match, but again, really the best that I could get with it. And again, it does feel like a pretty good support. Probably something I need to play a bit more, since I kind of stopped playing it, started playing some other suits instead after that, so, yeah. But it does kind of open the door, what Engage Gundams we might get in the future. I'd kind of like to see the Super Engage, only because they do have that as part of the model kit. Very surprised we didn't get that version, but there's a lot of Engage Gundams that they can pull from if they want to add more of them. Not that we really, I feel like, need any more of them, but I feel like from UC Engage, you can probably pull some other suits and Engage Gundams. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Engage Gundam Incom Type. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.